All right, today we're going to talk about something huge for US CPA firms. It's a strategy that's not just about being more efficient, it's about making your clients happier. Seriously. So let's jump right in. So let me ask you something, and be honest. Does it ever feel like your team, your best people, are just stuck? Buried under all the routine tasks, the compliance work, when they could be offering that high-level, game-changing advice to your clients? It's a super common problem, right? And believe me, it has a huge impact on how your clients see you. And that really gets to the heart of what we're calling the modern client challenge. See, these days, clients want so much more than just the basics. Yeah, accurate books and on-time tax returns are table stakes. What they're really looking for is a strategic partner, someone who can give them real insights and help them figure out what's next for their business. And it all boils down to this. Your clients notice. They notice when you're proactive, when you're accurate, and when you're responsive. I mean, think about it. Those three words are everything. That's the new gold standard. It's not just about getting the numbers right anymore. You have to be right, and you have to be fast. You've got to deliver insights that actually help them make smarter moves. Okay, so the big question is, how do you actually do that? How do you meet these crazy high expectations without totally burning out your team or jacking up your prices? Well, this is where the outsourcing advantage comes in. We're going to look at how bringing in skilled offshore teams, specifically from India, can completely transform that client experience. It all starts with one simple but really strategic move. You take all that routine compliance work and you outsource it. You know what I'm talking about. The bookkeeping, the payroll, the reconciliations. It's all super important stuff, but man, it's repetitive and it just eats up so much valuable time. And what happens when you do that? Well, your firm gets faster, like way faster, and more accurate too. When you have a dedicated team of pros just focused on those tasks, sometimes even working while you sleep, thanks to time zones, turnaround times just shrink. And because they're specialists, you see fewer errors, less rework. It's a huge win. And here's the absolute key. This leads directly to higher client satisfaction. I mean, this isn't just some internal efficiency gain that nobody sees. Oh no. This is something your clients feel immediately. They get their financials faster, the numbers are clean. Suddenly, their trust in you, their satisfaction, it just skyrockets. It really is that something. But wait, there's another equally huge piece to this puzzle. See, outsourcing isn't just about shipping work out. It's about what it unlocks for your team back home. When you free your US team from that daily grind, you give them the space, the time to do what they do best, provide that incredible, high-value strategic guidance.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but what about quality, right? How can I be sure the work is still top-notch when it's being done halfway around the world? It's the number one question, and for good reason. Your firm's reputation is on the line.
And the answer is all about having a rock-solid system for quality and control. This is not an out-of-sight, out-of-mind kind of deal. Not at all. It's about having a really smart, hands-on oversight structure in place. Let me show you what that looks like. So, the secret sauce is this two-layer system of oversight. It's brilliant. First, you have an accounting manager. Think of them as the team lead, the one making sure the offshore team hits all the deadlines and quality checks. But then, and this is so important, you have a controller. They're the final line of defense. They review everything for accuracy, for US compliance, for audit readiness, all before a single thing goes to the client. It's like having a double check built right in. And of course, quality control really starts with who you're working with. A skilled offshore CPA isn't just some data entry clerk. These are trained professionals. They know US GAAP, they know IRS standards, they get how critical accuracy is, and maybe most importantly, they understand how to properly handle sensitive client data. That's non-negotiable. All right, let's shift gears a bit and talk about branding. Because you might be wondering, how do I add all this new horsepower to my firm without confusing my clients? You don't want to dilute your brand, right? Well, that's where the idea of a white label firm comes into play, and it's pretty clever. So what exactly is a white label accounting firm? It's pretty simple, actually. It's a partner that does the work for you behind the scenes. Then you get to put your own brand, your own name, on that work and present it to your clients. To your client, it's seamless. All they see is your firm delivering amazing, fast, accurate work. But then comes the next logical question, right? Is that safe? Does that feel a little weird for client-facing work? You're basically putting your name on someone else's work. I get it. That's a question that cuts right to the heart of trust and your client relationships.
And the answer is yes, absolutely. When it's done right, it's perfectly safe. Look, the whole point of white labeling isn't to replace your relationship with the client. It's to enhance it. The client is still talking to you. They're still getting strategic advice from you. Your brand is still the one they trust. The engine under the hood just got a serious upgrade.
Okay, so we've talked about the what and the why. Now, let's get into the how. I want to give you a practical blueprint for success. A checklist, really. 5 best practices that will help you pull this off and, most importantly, make your clients incredibly happy.
All right, let's walk through these. Step 1, set crystal clear expectations. Right from the get-go, make sure your clients know exactly what to expect. 2, those quality checks. That controller review we talked about, make it mandatory. It is your non-negotiable safety net. 3, communicate, communicate, communicate. Keep your clients in the loop. It builds so much trust. 4, use the right tech. Cloud platforms are your best friend here for keeping everything transparent and collaborative. And finally, number 5, and this is the big one, focus on advisory. Retask your amazing internal team to do what only they can do. Provide that incredible strategic guidance. That's the whole point.
So let's wrap this all up. What are the big takeaways? 1, you get faster and more accurate for your clients. 2, you free up your US team to focus on high-value advisory work. 3, you keep quality sky high with that manager/controller oversight model. And 4, you can scale all of this without anyone knowing, right under your own brand using a white label partner. It's a win-win-win.
So I'll leave you with this one final question to think about. Just imagine for a second, if all those hours your team spends on routine, repetitive work were suddenly freed up, what could you do with that time? What incredible strategic value could you unlock for your clients? Seriously, think about that. Because the answer to that question, well, that could be the entire future of your firm.